long as the original game. But I guess there's only so much you can do with that because it's like the original main campaign, um all six of this plus the prologue of it, that was really well done. Because it's like it slowly goes through like, okay, here's the normal, here's everything. Because the original of it, I mentioned it in the beginning, if I'm correct. That end part, the beginning part when you walk in, like, yeah, I didn't think you'd have a flashlight. I thought the entire place would be lit up. And it'd be only like, it's like, say, 20 years after, where the house was in relatively good condition at the end of the original game. I thought it was going to be sort of like that, like, maintained, the father recently passed away. I didn't expect it to be like, the father passed away, and sometime later, the daughter finally got around to going to the house to see if she couldn't find anything out, and finally like accept her father for who he was and such like that, as she did. There's quite a lot of backstory, like not like quite a lot, like not absurdly amount like the main game. You can find memorabilia to like the father and the wife before the fire, before the mother became like who she was, and the father became like this drunk that slowly became insane, as seen if you load up the game and you're in the main painting room. And there's actually rat photos, which he mentions during his will, and he goes insane about that. That's why that entire room was filled with mouse traps. But you see in that, because I opened the drawer, and it was that one painting that I looked at, went to put down, noticed that changed a bit, picked it back up and looked at it. That was actually unexpected, because you'd think it was just the father, but it also showed that it was the mother, especially with the first part when you go up into the room with the gramophone, which is also an allusion to the actual main game, because of the there was an area in it where you actually had to play the gramophone. I thought it was going to be added into this version of it, but Inheritance version, but it wasn't. Where you go and you would turn the gramophone, open it, like slowly turn it, and the thing inside it would play, and the room would slowly like get melted and look like a really badly rendered 3D image in like Google Earth or something like that, where it just couldn't load it correctly. It looked horrible. So it became that, and then you'd have to flick the switch, and I thought that was going to be in there, but it wasn't. Sort of cool that that gimmick was used in the main game, but sort of cool that in Inheritance it was like, yeah, there's the gramophone that you used in the original one. And then you go and you notice that, oh, you don't get it, instead you get the backstory of it, like the mother is pissed off at the child because the child really couldn't do anything to save her. But then again, she was, at that time, I guess before, like, 7 years old, I don't know. That was really good. I enjoyed it. Gave some more backstory on the child, and that the fact that it wasn't just them. Oh, yeah. Oh, I liked it. Glad I finally got around to it, too. I mean, that's a game that... Layers of Fear was a game that I streamed, I think it was a month or two back. I could check, but I'm not going to. But I streamed it quite a bit ago. Like, the original Dead Space playthrough. I think I streamed it shortly after that or something. I really enjoyed the game itself. It's really well done. Like, Inheritance had a lot more, like, jumpy sequences. Like, the original game, you just walk through, and the only jumpy sequences were, like, transitions. I remember there was this one area, you would walk and you look at a painting, and then there was a trap door under you, and it would snap open, and you would just fall down. That was a cool sequence, because it would get you. But there was also one, and I laugh thinking about it now, because I know if I go, because I sometimes watch my streams at school. I imagine I'm going to be sitting watching Layers of Fear. I'm just going to be sitting there, and it's this one corridor that's like all like destroyed, and really decrepit looking, and up above a door it says "Look behind you." And I remember looking behind me, laughing because I thought it was like a stereotypical horror game joke, and I turned back around and I have a heart attack because there's a jump scare right there. That was really well done. I enjoyed the game overall. Yeah, I haven't got too much more to say about it. I really did enjoy it. I don't think I'm going to be streaming this again, because, I mean, I probably used everything I could on it. I did the main game as fully, as 100% as I could. Obviously, it's not 100%ed, but, yeah. I did Inheritance, completed that all the way. That was really good, and I'm glad I finally have. Yeah, I guess there's not much else I can do. Of course, I could always run back through Inheritance and find that one, the childish route and what that does, but, that's like another hour. It's an hour and a half. That's decently long. It's like half the main game size in little flashback puzzles, which is nice. Because the original game had some puzzles too, but it was sort of just wandering around and all that, but I mean, you can't complain. I mean, I think it's like $10, $15, but even then, it's like, even walking around through it, it's nice, because it's like the downtime, and that builds like some environment, because you're like looking around, and you're slowly gaining the environment and such, and then of course something happens, and you're like, I sort of expected it, but it'll still get you. I think that's all. I don't have much else. Of course, I didn't talk much because I was like exploring and doing shit, but, you know. Of course, there were some I wasn't going to mention during the game, but of course there was some touchy subjects in there. I mean, between the child abuse and all that, and that was, yeah. That was one of the things that got me there is, when you're wandering with the cat in that scene, that sort of, yeah, when you're wandering, yeah. Yes, Owen. That sort of caught me a little, because it's like one of those things, and, you know, yeah. People experience that, and all that. It's one of the subjects that are, yeah, it's harder to tap on that sort of stuff, but, because, it's actually harder to tap on, like, child abuse and stuff like that, because it's a really touchy subject, and a lot of kids go through it, and it's a terrible thing. Oh. But at least it's not like, there's a game that I saw called Bucket Detective, and oh my god, they have, like, I watched it with one of my YouTubers, and it's such a touchy subject what they have in there, and they make so light of it that it's just disgusting and repulsive. But that's my own opinion. I mean, some people would get it, but I don't. And neither does the guy that I watched, and yeah. But that's all. I'd have to find another game to stream or something to do. Probably Dark Souls, maybe. I don't know. Dark Souls has come to a brick wall, obviously. Oh, I'd have to find something else to do. Definitely not Destiny. I mean, I did the Crota Vault and the Vault. Yeah. I mean, there's not much else I can do with that, obviously. I could do Wrath and King's Fall, but what's the point? I mean, it's just shooting, throwing bombs. Yeah, it's, yeah. I don't know. I'll find something else to stream and we'll get back to this. Relic crystals, exactly. Yeah, well, we'll find something else to stream. Not tonight, obviously. It's 11 o'clock over here, and yeah. But, that's all for now. Actually, I might go back to Dead Space. Clear the rock meteor section and start it again. Oh. Alright, that's all for now. I'm going to upload this to YouTube, so if you missed anything, well, you'll find it there, so. Alright. You got 7 over all of this and a half an hour? I got 7? How do you mean? That's a little confusing to me. I got 7 over all of this and a half an hour? 7. Oh. Relic crystals? I totally understand. I totally understand what you mean. I don't know. It's whatever. Alright. Yeah, that's all for now. I'll stream something else later at some point. Have a good night. Or, again, with my have a good night spiel. Anyway, see you later.